Hey, hey, how you doing? Let me just see. My chair's gone. Hello and welcome. Just checking to see if I'm live here. Yeah. So, am I live? What's going on now? Looks like it's a bit. Um, okay. Can you see me? Am I? Yeah, my head is cut off. I'm too close to the. You know what? My son has come in here and fiddled around. Um, Hello and welcome to day 3 of High Vibe in 5. Thank you very much for being here with me. Do drop in and say hi if you are here. It's always lovely to see you. And yeah, so welcome to this really special event. It's just thrills me. It's so exciting because this is my pash. This is what I am super passionate about, is helping people to elevate into that space of expansion even when they've got to be human and operate in the human world. So we've covered some things. We've covered letting go of habits of toxic people in your world and all of those things, and we've covered coming into love with your body. So the third thing is perhaps the most important thing, and it is making your beliefs work for you, making your mind work for you, getting your mind on board and working for you rather than against you. Because a lot of people don't know, but we have subconscious mind and we have thoughts locked in there, thoughts from before we were 7 about who we are, what we can achieve, who we can be. And everything that we're trying to do on the conscious level just keeps getting whacked back, because it's like, no, I'm really sorry, you definitely can't do that because actually you're not good enough, you're not clever enough, you're not smart enough, you're not confident enough, no one wants to hear you, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we have to address what's going on in the subconscious mind. This camera angle's really. This is what happens when you let your teenager in on the weekend. So we have to address the subconscious mind, and I really want to talk about that today because your mind and fear works really closely with the mind if you let it, and they are in cahoots, or at least they can be. So it's about creating a new way of thinking, of being, of expanding into a space of limitless possibilities and quietening those fears. So I would love to encourage you to be operating in this higher space of joyful expectation and these new energies of light and all the possibilities. Hi Nanda, hi Anna, hi Cass, hi Marion, lovely to see you all. Thank you for being here. So it's about freeing yourself, because how can you be free if you are locked into this belief that you can't do it and you can't have it? How can you expand into this space? So make your mind work for you. And most people do not do that, but the mind is incredibly powerful. And if we get it to work in the right kind of way, then we can suddenly just boom, just fly, just make these quantum leaps. And it is extraordinary what you can do when you make your mind work for you. So just getting in some practices that speak to your subconscious mind. Make a little recording that goes into your ears when you are really sleepy, that talks in the present tense about how amazing you are, how money flows to you, how you feel so confident, how you are enough, addressing those little niggly areas that keep coming back through your life over and over and over, because this is what happens. It just keeps coming back. It's like a fungus. It just keeps kind of coming back. And to be honest, it's something that we have to address all of the time. We have to have a practice that goes in and looks at how we're being shaped by these old beliefs and how we're being held back by them. Because if we don't and we think we've got it cracked, then it comes in and whacks us. So it's really good to have like a daily and a weekly practice of unraveling the triggers and letting go of the old thoughts, the old feelings, and the old beliefs. So creating something that you listen to when you're sleepy, also filling your ears with positivity, stepping into this next level you, because the mind absolutely loves repetition and it responds really well to repetition, because when you repeat over and over and over and over and over, the mind thinks, oh right, it must be safe to do that then. So the mind loves repetition, and actually repetition then really does soothe the fear. So it's like together they can kind of work for you rather than against you. So really good to keep up the repetition. And I spoke about this on the first one as well. It's like, don't listen to the news. Instead, have something in your ears that is really elevating and uplifting, that helps you to connect with the higher possibilities and the higher love and the higher frequencies, and just leave behind those old stories, because whatever you believe about yourself, it's just not true. You know, like those old stories that you actually can't do it, or you're not enough, or you're not worthy, it's not true. Okay, you are a being of magnificence and light. You're here to shine brightly. You're here to do incredible things. And, you know, like the general narrative is that we must all kind of float along in this mediocre, mundane. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to shine. The world needs leaders, especially now. The world needs leaders. It needs women who are stepping up and shining and saying, yeah, I'm owning my confidence. I'm feeling really good about myself, because we've always had these weird little rules about you can feel good but not too good. You can feel, you know, you can shine but not too brightly. And there are all these rules, and actually we need to break these rules. You know, we need to throw them out the window, and we can do that when we get our mind on our side, when it's working with us and for us to help reshape and remold our thoughts, our habits, beliefs, so that our actions then are completely mirroring back what we're feeling, because that is what is happening all the time. So it's like the more we stretch out of our comfort zone, the more that we then kind of stretch this muscle, and we're like, oh, okay, it is safe. It is safe. I can do that thing. So, you know, for example, if you want to do Facebook Lives and you're afraid, do them and do them and do them, and you will soon find that actually there is nothing to fear, as is most things that we are really fearful of. Once we've done it a few times, we think, oh, like, what was I even worried about? This is crazy. So it's repetition, it's feeding your mind, your brain with all wonderful things, listening, reading, connecting with the light. Really, really like lifting into that bigger expansion, and from there creating the visions, the big visions. Because, you know, this is really interesting, and I find this a lot when I work with people, is that most people don't actually know what they want. They, you know, like, what do you want? Oh, I want more money. What for? Like freedom. What does freedom look like to you? So right now, get clear. Get clear on what you want. Get clear on why you're here. Get clear on the passions. Get clear on what lights you up and makes you kind of in that space of joy. And use that and create a vision and get really, really clear and get all the details, and then start feeding it into your mind. Maybe you have a big vision board in front of you. Maybe you have something on your phone that pops up every 5 minutes, every hour, to remind you who you are, where you're heading. And it's like over and over and over. Be aware of your thoughts. This awareness is like key to everything. When we become aware of everything, then we can change it then, because we're noticing it. So become aware of your thoughts, become aware of how you're talking to yourself, about yourself, to others, how you're positioning yourself, and you're allowed to step up and be different to what you were 6 months ago, last month. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to change. You're allowed to be daring, and you're allowed to shine brightly. Like, that's what we're here for. This is what we're here for. So stepping into this space of expansion, using your mind, so really, really activating this sense that anything is possible, and get our minds to really work for us. This is the key. So actually, I'd love you to just do something right now. If you are listening to this and you're able to, just take a breath and close your eyes. And just feel yourself dropping into a space. And see yourself now just walking into a room. And there's nothing in this room except this stand. And on this stand is a big, heavy, huge book. And it is the book of your beliefs. And you walk over to this book and you open the book exactly the page that you're at right now. And as it opens, it falls open on exactly the belief that is holding you back. The belief that is ingrained, that is very strong, quite manipulative, and still really shaping your life. And I want you to read that belief right now. I believe that I am. And I want you now to feel energy coming up through your feet. The energy of like massive awakening to who you are. It's like this, in this moment now, you're feeling suddenly this energy of, actually, this is not me. This is not me. I am a different person to this. I hold a different belief about myself. And you take a marker out of your pen, a marker out of your pocket, and you scrub over that line. You erase that line, you erase that belief. And just drawing a breath in as you rip out that page. And as you screw it up and throw it on the floor, it disintegrates, it dissolves, it's no more. And you turn the page and you have a big double spread page. And you write in big bold letters, I am, and then you write exactly the right belief for you. And you feel this new belief moving into your body, moving into your cells. Just breathe this belief in and feel it moving through the whole of everything, creating new habits, new actions, new thoughts. And just drawing a big breath in, opening your eyes and coming into the room. And on that note, I want to say your journal is your best friend. So journal on what you have released. Journal on your new belief. Anchor it in fully. Now that I believe that I am fully worthy, whatever it is, I can and I will. And write out all the things. Map out your life. How will it feel now that you feel ultimately incredibly comfortable and confident in your own skin? What will life look like? How will it unravel and unfurl just for you? Because this is what happens. It just is the most exciting thing when we change that inner core belief. Now you may have to go back and, sit with your journal and meditate and feel into where these old feelings came from. Because once we understand that they were never ours in the first place, these beliefs, and actually we don't even believe these beliefs, then we can start to really release them. We can really let them go. So there's a lot of energy that we all hold, and it is the energy of keeping us down and keeping us small, behaving, being the same, holding back, and it's not connecting to the bigger plan. And we're here, I know you're here with me to connect with the bigger plan, the bigger vision, the bigger passion. That's what we're here for. We're here to like step forward and do the things, really do them. Do the things that feel uncomfortable, that are out of the comfort zone but feel electric. They light us up. They make us feel so excited about life. And this is the joy about when we do this work, is that it is uncomfortable. But it's also so exhilarating that we really quickly overcome these feelings of discomfort and do them. So what would you rather, stay where you are or rise up? And if you want to rise up, do these things to stretch into this space of exhilaration and joy. Reframe your subconscious mind. Get into that space and really notice your thoughts, your habits and your beliefs, the actions that you then take, and reframe all of it. Whatever it is, you can do that. We can do anything. We're so incredibly powerful. So we can do anything. So let's do this. Let's do it together. Thank you so much for being here with me. I love connecting with you. Do let me know what you're going to be doing and what your new beliefs are and how you're going to be stretching into this new big vision. Get clear on your vision. So really, really get those details. Don't just float about in a vague world, because that's not what somebody who's expecting it to happen does. They get the details. They get all of the information. They lay it all out. They really, really create the energy and they tap into the feeling of that every day. So I'd love you to tap into the feeling of this next level you, this big vision, this excitement, this joy, and really rising into this space of the higher love, the higher frequencies of being all you can be. That's what we're here for. And yeah, I'm excited to connect with you in this space of being here for more of it. Oh, so, so good. So thank you very much. This was day 3 of 5. So we have 2 more, and we are really moving into this space of elevation now. As we've cleared out the old stuff, we're moving into this big new stuff. So thank you so much for being here. Let me know what you thought of this. Always very excited to connect with you. Sending you lots of love. I hope that you have a magical, magical start to your week. Lots of love.